Hi friends, how are you doing? How are you once again? Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for even just pressing that play button. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for all that you do to support me. I can't thank you enough. I pray to God to bless you with all that you do, with your family, with your health, with your work, with anything that you're doing. And I hope that life is treating you well. And if there's some things that are not going well, just pray that God will see you through and they will be well. So thank you so much for joining me here on UpyaTV. My name is Terry Thuo, the founder of UpyaTV. If it's your first time here, I welcome you. Thank you so much. Today we are going to inspire one another as always, but today we are going to discuss about complaint. We are going to find a few ways of complaints, because complaints, there are many categories of complaints, and we're gonna go through them and see what we can do so that we can complain less or complain when it matters, and know the right way to complain, and there are necessary ways that maybe we can get rid of from our lives. And also we're gonna look at the ways that unhealthy health issues that are caused by complaint, and also healthy ways of replacing those negative things with positive things. And without taking so much time, let us get started. So there are many ways of complaining, my friend. This way of complaining, maybe you see an injustice and you complain about it because you want something to be done. That is a good complaint. Also, there's another complaint. You need services from somebody. Maybe you need somebody to repair something for you and they did not do a good job. You need a solution for that problem. That's a good complaint. But also there's that complaint you get as a group of people or with someone, and then you have a commonality. Maybe you have a common enemy. It could be your boss, it could be a family member, your spouse, your child, and so on. And you start complaining together about this person or these people. This is one of, it's not a constructive complaint, because this turns to gossip. Nobody has a solution. Nobody has any constructive ideas to resolve this, or nobody's coming up with anything that is useful here. It's just back and forth, and it's a waste of time and energy. So that's one kind of complaint. And also there are people who are just generally negative. You say good morning to somebody and they'll ask you what is so good about the morning. So this person, maybe somebody stepped on them on the bus stop, or maybe somebody cut them on the traffic and they are ticked off, and they complain, and that becomes the soundtrack of their day. Just complaints are negative and uncontrollable. They're just complaining. So that is another kind of complaining. Also, there's another kind of complaining, but this one, people mistake it to venting. So when you vent, let's first look at what is venting. When you vent is when somebody has a pressing issue. Then they want to discuss, to talk to somebody about it. They want to find a solution. They want to find an answer. They want to find an outcome. There is an end goal here. It's to finish with this process because it's something somebody has thought about it, want to find a solution to it, and to get it over with. So you find a person talking about, they come and vent, and they are good. After that, maybe they will find a solution for that. Maybe it's something that they can change, or maybe it's a situation that it's beyond their control. They have nothing to change, but they just have to accept the situation as it is. So that is venting. But when you find yourself that you are venting about somebody today, tomorrow, the next day, about your spouse, whoever it is that you're venting about all the time, that is not venting. If you find yourself doing that more often, that is complaining. And complaining, my friend, where we are discussing it, it's because it's very unhealthy. When you keep on complaining, it can even get you sick. Scientists, they have found out that the same senses of complaining that you use when you complain, because they trigger the brain, they change your mood, you get anxiety, depression, you can even get a stroke. And also, you can trick your brain to be seen like somebody who has Alzheimer's. My friend, complaining is so bad. It's negative. So there's a solution here. Instead of complaining so much, let's see what we can do to flip this table from the negative to the positive. Okay? So we know it's not healthy, it's not doing anything that is good for us. First of all, if you are with people all the time and you're complaining all the time, people will get tired of that. Even if they love you so much, people get exhausted, because people who complain, they drain other people's energy. And those are people you find like they are isolated, and people avoid them as much as they can. Anyway, the right people don't want to be around this kind of negativity. So, friend, these ways you can change, or we can change from this negativity to positivity. One thing we can do, if you're in a group that you always meet and all you do is to either complain or vent, and then that turns to just negativity or gossip or whatever, you can either isolate yourself from that kind of group, you remove yourself, find another group that can help you grow, maybe spiritually, mentally, or you can empower one another, or you can change the culture of the group that you are in. Instead of just those negative complaints, maybe you can have a common goal, that's positive, and you can all find something that you can empower each other, because we all have a need. And if you empower each other as a group, as a people, it is very powerful and it's very fulfilling, because you're doing something constructive, not just wasting energy and time. And just so that is one way you can do that to improve that kind of a situation, and that will also improve your living standards, right? So, and other people around you. So that is a positive way to do that. Also, if you complain about your boss, maybe you should look for another job. If that's not an option, maybe you can advance in some training, and then you can upgrade and maybe get qualified for a better job, or maybe for a promotion. Or maybe you have to change perspective on how you see your boss, or maybe do your job better. Remember, when we are always complaining, like in the Bible, there is a verse I like that. It says that we see a speck on our brother's eyes, but we don't see the tree or the stump on our own eyes. Because human beings, we are hypocritical. We don't like to see the negative side, of our negative side. We just want to see the other people's negative side. Maybe in all this complaining, there is a way we can see things. If it's our spouse, our child, or family member, or whoever it is, a friend, we can have a different perspective that does not have, we don't have to complain about. And better yet, why bother thinking about other people instead of just improving your own life, right? So, and there's also another thing that you can change. And this one is one of the lowest about complaints. It's about complaining about your spouse. My friend, nobody cares. Trust me, most people, they would be more than happy to see a broken home, a broken relationship. So if it's about your spouse, sit with them. Whatever you're complaining about, talk to them, have a solution about it. If it's in domestic violence, that's another step. But if it's just those complaints and negativity, that is, be careful what you're doing to sabotage yourself out there and things you are bringing into your home out there. So be careful with that. So, my friend, you have to be careful about the way you complain. No, it's bad for your health. On average, the science has found that we complain 20 to 30 times a day. On average, that is a lot of times that we complain, but we can change from negative to positive. There's this writer, he wrote The World Without Complaints, and his name is Will Bowen, and he did a research in his church. So what he had done, he had asked people in his church to wear bands, wristbands, and whenever they felt, they complained to remove band from this side to put it in the other hand, and so on, and to keep on switching until you find yourself, before you complain, before you remove, you stop complaining and you don't even remove the wristband. And he found that it was very effective. I would say that's a good idea. It's one way of doing it, but also you can seek prayers, you can seek people who have positivity. You can do that. Time you're wasting in complaining, and the energy that you're complaining, think about the good things in life. Maybe you're complaining about the day. Know that there are many people who would have wanted to see that day and they did not see it. Maybe you're complaining about the food that you have. Just remember, maybe there's someone who doesn't have that food. Maybe you're complaining about your spouse. Imagine there's somebody who doesn't even have that spouse. You're complaining about things. I'm not saying when you have things, you don't ask for more. That is a topic for another day. But I am just saying, don't keep having this negativity of complaining unnecessarily. Just count your blessings. Try to be grateful. Write down. You can write down the things that you are grateful about, right? Reflect on the positive side, on the good side. See the bright side of life, not just the negative, friend. Because negative does not help you. It's killing you slowly. If you get sick, if you get depression, if you're isolated, people are running, your relationships are not there. That is not a good way to live. So let us try to not complain too much and try to be positive. And I pray that you will be blessed, and we shall continue inspiring one another. Thank you once again. I'm Terry, though. God bless you. Bye.